We live in an ever-changing world where never has the expectation of connectivity been so great. By 2020, Cisco estimates that there'll be more than 4 billion connected people on the planet. And increasingly, it's not just about people, it's devices, 25 billion devices that are gathering and transmitting data. Ultimately, the real challenge is how's that data utilized to drive change and drive strategic decisions. But we are definitely in the midst of a technology explosion. And if we look at some of the things that have been at the heart of that, certainly the smartphone is one of the things that is perhaps most relevant. Few people recognize that the first smartphone, the IBM Psion, was introduced in 1992. It sold a mere 50,000 units and disappeared. But real change came in 2007 and 8 when we saw the introduction of the first iPhones and the Androids. And within a very short period of time, within 4 years, they were outselling the PCs and other technologies. And the reality is this expectation of connectivity is so critical, not just in our professional lives, but in our personal lives. When is the last time you went to a hotel or an airport where you didn't have connectivity? And we believe that this expectation will be equally relevant within the maritime community. In fact, we're already seeing elements of that. A recent survey undertaken indicated that more than 2/3 of ship owners expect to start performing data analytics in their vessels and starting to use information to drive strategic decision making. If we look at Maersk and the Triple-E's, this is perhaps one of the extreme examples of an organization that's really embraced technology and information to generate data to drive strategic decisions. And again, not just about the information that's being generated, it's about the ability to make decisions about vessels' performance and optimize that. And if you look at this slide, it just starts to indicate some of the level of connectivity on board with 5,000 data tags, a sensor generating a piece of information every 0.05 seconds. But perhaps more importantly is the 20 million in annual savings that they've cited as a result of being able to use this information to make decisions about their vessel's performance, to be able to navigate more efficiently and have better management over their cost. And for us, it's not just about operational efficiency. Equally, some of the trends that we're seeing are very much driven around crew behaviors as well. And with the new generation of seafarers, an expectation of connectivity at sea is increased as well. And what we're seeing is the average seafarer is going to sea with 3 devices, and by far the smartphone is the leading technology. However, saying that, we still have an uphill battle where the majority of vessels still are not providing internet connectivity, and very few of them are providing it for free. This trend will start to change when we see more communication systems, solutions that are affordable and flexible that are able to support that. Connectivity is more than just about communications. And if we look at the spectrum of communications across the maritime sector, even over the past decade where we had basic bridge-to-shore communications with limited data speeds and voice connectivity, crew communications were often limited to voice calls or chat cards, and we're seeing the evolution there change to rich applications and video being utilized much more extensively. Safety and regulation always at the heart of the maritime industry, and this year you'll see certainly us moving to receive compliance with fleet broadband to be part of the GMDSS story. But this last category, the Internet of Things, is the one that we believe is particularly interesting, which is going to be absolutely fundamental in driving the maritime industry going forward. The Internet of Things is ultimately creating a new reality, and for Inmarsat, what we see with Fleet Express is it's more than just a communications platform. It's more than a communications system. It's an ecosystem that brings together value-added manufacturers, software developers, and solution vendors to create an environment by which they can optimize vessels' performance through providing solutions such as e-navigation, cybersecurity, engine room, data analytics. All of these types of services are going to be absolutely fundamental in reshaping the maritime industry. And over the next year, we'll start to bring some of these capabilities to market as part of our broader Fleet Express offering. So what does 2017 hold for us? Well, we'll continue to develop Fleet Express and our Inmarsat Gateway to bring these capabilities to market, to create true differentiation, and to establish Fleet Express as the new standard in maritime communications. Safety will continue to be at the heart of our strategy. With GMDSS compliance, we continue to be the only organization that is able to support that. And cyber aware is absolutely fundamental. When you open a vessel to the internet, there's a very real reality, which is there is a risk of that vessel being tampered with. And so providing solutions to support cybersecurity, to be able to also provide the training and education and understanding is going to be absolutely fundamental in ensuring that the industry is prepared for the changes to come.